Hi everyone, it's me again. So thank you all for joining this morning's session. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. If you can't, feel free to come closer to the stage. My name is Timothy, and I'm the chapter founder and lead organizer of AI Thinkers Hong Kong Greater Bay Area. So this is our mini AI Tinker session. So our session will mostly be in English, but then there will be one demo that is delivered in Cantonese. So feel free to use any AI tools to help you if you want like the English transcription. So I'll be very quick in the introduction because we have a very tight schedule. So welcome to our session. Welcome to our mini Tinker experience. Today we have a very packed schedule. I won't go through all the schedule, but you will be going through 7 different demos. So these demos are from previous speakers at our meetups. So we are an AI community and we host monthly meetups. And so you have demo speakers from previous meetups, but you also have speakers who are new speakers that's just joining us today. The purpose of this session is to really hopefully connect everyone together. Right? This is the connect stage. And also to share different type of builder stories. So our community is a builder-first community. We have people who are building a lot of stuff with AI, experimenting, tinkering with AI. So hopefully you could leave this session feeling inspired. So my name is Timothy, and then today we actually have a special guest who'll be joining us after he gets his coffee. Drew Robbins. He's the AI architect, principal AI architect of Microsoft, reporting to the office of the CTO office. And the reason why I want to highlight him for today is because he's also part of the AI Thinkers community in Tokyo. So he's the chapter lead. So we are it's our pleasure to invite him to Hong Kong, where he will be sharing what he's building and also some of the insights of building communities in Japan. And then we have different speakers. They will do their own respective introductions. But we have Wong, John, Jenny, Gerry, Annie, Jia, and Jing Chan. So I hope I pronounced it correctly. But I think they are not here yet. But anyways. So I'm going to give a very quick introduction about what AI Thinkers is. We are a global AI community. So we are, the chapter here that's hosting this session is the Hong Kong and Greater Bay Area chapter. But we also have chapters around the world in 200 plus cities. Globally, we have more than 100,000 community members that are on the platform. We focus on high impact events, especially like in-person events. So on a monthly basis, we try to host events to bring people together and to share what we're building with AI and so on. So our events are created. So basically, you sign up to an RSVP, and then we use both AI and also manually we also create to make sure that the events are with people that understand or speak at the same wavelength when it comes to AI. So our vision is very simple: to really facilitate the intellectual exchange of AI in the city and the region, and also to act as a bridge between the East and the West on AI developments, and to encourage sustainable AI development as well. So we actually previously went to Shenzhen just to show you a very brief snippet. This is a very casual
hey guys, so we're in Shenzhen today with Gunther, who's organizing this trip. So Gunther, what are we doing
So we came in early on the high-speed rail, and then we went and visited Baidu, and we learned a lot about Paddle and Ernie and about the China kind of led chip industry and all that. And then we checked out self-driving cars. We're here now at the park to enjoy drone delivery, and we're going to have a coffee delivered by drone. We're going to check out some Peking duck, and in the afternoon we're
also look at a place called Inno 100.
And then we're going to check out the Huawei store in the afternoon, check out Harmony OS and their cars and the computer lineup. And we're then going to check out Inno 100, which is a newly established store by the government and Kickstarter. And we're going to wrap it up in other kinds of cool stuff.
As well. So it was a very interesting event. The reason why I'm showing this is that I wanted to share with you that we are a very chill and casual community. And we do different type of events. So moving on to the next slide. So because we are a global community, there are some experience that you could get in this community that you might not be able to get in other places. Which is we recently hosted a hackathon. So the hackathon is the theme of the hackathon is generative UI. So basically, I'm not sure, has anyone here heard of Gemini, like Google Gemini before? Okay, probably most of you. So basically, the team behind Google Gemini, like the AI researchers, is from Google DeepMind. Right? They are the people behind AlphaFold and also Google Gemini. So this is a hackathon where it was organized by our global community. So at the same day, 17 different cities were building on top of the theme generative UI. So we were using a framework which is called the A2UI framework, which is developed by Google DeepMind and also Copilot Kit. And so the idea of generative UI is that what if in the future user interfaces are no longer static? What if AI can generate on the go based on the requirement? So on that afternoon, we put together a hackathon, and I'm really so these are just like you can see builders coding, asking the agents to help them and doing like a hackathon demo. So it was a global hackathon. Unfortunately, we didn't win the top 3. So someone in the US won the top 3. But one of the really cool insight is that we had 70 people show up for this hackathon, and technically we only had like a week or 2 to promote this hackathon. And within that 70 people who showed up, we have 25 submissions in Hong Kong. And then globally, there was 183 submissions. So Hong Kong actually accounted for more than 10% of the submissions on that afternoon. So since we're part of Hong Kong as well, I'll give yourself a pat at the back. We do have builders in Hong Kong. We're so happy that our people showed up. And so, being part of a global community gives you these opportunities and to take part in something that is actually really exciting. Because 2 weeks after this hackathon, Google hosted Google I/O, and they were talking about generative search. And the framework that they were using is actually the A2UI framework behind generative search. So in some way, thinkers in Hong Kong were actually building the future before it was even deployed massively by like Google. So it's actually really interesting. Oh. So just to go back, like a throwback Friday, the reason why this chapter exists in Hong Kong is that if I really think about it, the Hong Kong chapter started as a result of my career break. So I used to work in advertising and creative technology. I was looking at a lot of emerging tech, and I was kind of suffering from burnout. So I decided to just take a break and leave Hong Kong, and I went to Toronto. And when I was in Toronto, I went to the AI Thinkers Meetup, and then I feel that I really like the builder energy events that was being hosted. Because here in Hong Kong, I've been to quite a bit of events before hosting AI Thinkers Hong Kong. But it's very rare to find a community that's very builder-focused. Especially, I think there's a huge opportunity to really connect with each other if you are a builder, because right now AI has enabled so many people to be able to build and empower you, right? So within a year and a half time, we've been building a community. You can see all of these pictures. We have different type of meetups. A few weeks ago, we went to the Shenzhen Global AI Meetup to connect builders from Hong Kong with China as well. We did the hackathon. And so we've been consistently building and showing up in the city. So the reason why we're doing this is because sometimes when you think about it, things happen in AI happens really quickly, right? And sometimes exploring AI on your own can be a very lonely journey, right? But what if you can always look forward to a community that you can always go to and to share insight and to share what you're building with other people and then share knowledge with each other as well. So I'm really proud to share that in a year and a half, we hosted more than this is old, but it's 45 plus events, touched more than like 1,500 plus people. So we're slowly building the builder mindset, builder community, one event at a time, one connection at a time. So if you're interested to join a builder community, we have 2 events coming up. We have one that, we have a networking night on June the 16th. So this is a very casual networking night just to meet with other people, to talk about what you've been building, talk about the trends. And then we also have, this is a monthly meetup, right? So our monthly meetup is a meetup where we invite people to submit demos. So the demos that you see today is actually some demos that were submitted in the past. The way that we approve these demos is that as long as it is related to the theme of that evening. And also, as long as you're not here to sell your solution, but to really genuinely share with the community, then we usually approve those demos. So that's why in a year and a half, we have a very builder, hands-on, demo-focused community. So our next meetup, which is our monthly meetup, is on June 24th. I'm really excited for this one because it's, so we've been hosting events at like Google and also AWS, like a lot of these tech companies, right? But when it comes to AI for accessibility, AI for good, it is sometimes something that might be overlooked. So we are working with a nonprofit organization to host an event, and the nonprofit is called Dialogue in the Dark. So they are here to raise awareness for people who are visually impaired. So that evening, we are looking for demos. So if you're building some demos for AI for accessibility to empower people with potential disabilities, feel free to submit a demo or just come, and hopefully we'll also be inspired by each other. So that's the QR code. All right, so we're always looking for volunteers, team members, demo speakers, partners for venues. So feel free to contact me after this if you're interested. So without further ado, let us go to our first demo. Let's give a round of applause to Locke. He'll be sharing AI in creative processes and expressions via 3D web. So Locke, please feel free to come to the stage. Here's your mic.
Thank you so much, Timothy, for having me. Today we're going to talk about 3D creation and personal expression using technology. So first of all, I'm going to play a short video. It's about Free.js and WebGL, 10 years of works. So we're going to look at how can web become from 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was making a particle simulation of different kinds. That's like the vortex, the coin, the different kind of simulation. But after 10 years, we can do ray tracing. We can do way better particle. For example, the angel wing is a very good example of what we can do on the web. So it's accessible on iPhone or Android or tablet. That technology can also be used to do virtual events at Abaso, Miami. And we can also share those creative tools with AI, with shader creative coding. And web can do a lot of creative work. And shader can help us do a lot of visual effects. For example, in here you can see we can use visual effect on the web. And how does AI can play in the role of visual effect is that visual effect requires a lot of complicated mathematics to do the motion graphics and to the visual effect. And we can now use AI to generate shaders so that we don't have to know all the PhD mathematics. We can still access to them. So as you can see here, you can see a lot of visuals that are handmade and can also be accelerated through AI shader development. And these are particle simulation as well. These are like around 5 years ago. This one is like 2 to 3 years ago. This is a vector field. You can change the vector field and then affect the gravity. And here is another example of you can connect different kind of objects together, and we can do different kind of computation. For example, sample the mesh to get the position and then connect things together to make a VFX look and feel for the visual. And all these things are very useful for creating metaverses, for creating advertisement in AR, VR, and even metaverses. And we can also use AI or JavaScript to create water simulation, shader graph, and all sorts of amazing playful things. And as you can see right here, it uses the real-time rigging algorithm to position the particle and then the gravity. You can swing away the particle from the body. And as you can see, here is a sphere running, and here is another one for the vector field. There's a lot of things you can play with JavaScript on the web. As you can see here, is another vector field. Okay, so this is another one. This one is called Galaxy. This one is like a touch designer. I was trying to make one for myself, and I made one by using microphone data and turn it into texture and mix it with other data. This one is the same as well. So as you can see, these things can be applied to textures and videos. Okay, let me show you another slide. Okay. Okay, so, okay. Thank you so much. So as you can see right now, you see there's lobster, very cute lobster here. It's made by very free, a few tools that's completely free. For example, you can go to Google Gemini to generate the cute lobster in T-pose, which is like this. And then you can turn it into image and then throw it into Sam3D by Facebook or by Meta. It's totally free to turn it into a 3D model. Afterwards, you upload it to Mixamo, which is also free. You can make it into a moving avatar, like this one, and this one. So it's very easy to build this. And of course, you can use an open source framework called BVH, Easy Character Control. Or you can use a online platform that's also free called Spatial. You can upload your content there and build your own metaverse for free. You can scan the QR code to view the Galaxy Start World if you want. So here is a workflow that I've been playing with. Okay, the next page. And this page is very fun. As you can know, there are a lot of AI video generators out there. You can make amazing videos with AI. And then you can apply to website background. As you scroll the website, it will play the video. So you can enjoy the process of creation. For example, let me show you. Okay. As you can see here, you can see that as I scroll, it will be very immersive. When you scroll and see the animation changing, it will be very, very fun to play with. You can scroll forward and backward and forward, and stuff like that. Okay, so my final slide is about Q&A. If you have any questions, please just ask me. I'll try my best to answer you. How can we make use of AI to do the most out of the web platform? Thank you. Any questions? Okay.
Thank you so much for sharing. That was, is it working? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
That was really interesting. And as somebody who has dabbled in trying to animate anything, I can imagine the massive time saver it is. That maybe potentially is not really appreciated by those who request the animation, because these things have already been done manually. But from the creator's side is game changing. Can you give me an idea of, for this adorable, cute sheep, what kind of comparison between doing that manually using other manual software versus AI?
Okay, so there are a lot of ways to do 3D web or 2D web, either video or 3D modeling, and then do the 3D animation based on the programming side of it. I suggest that we can make use of video, because video has high fidelity. You don't have to do the ray trace. You can run it on all devices. And then you can just simply couple the video time with the scroll progress. So it will be very immersive, and it's very useful as well. And you can also play with other animations. For example, you can have a 3D model of an environment, and you can play the camera to roll around the 3D environment, so that we can reuse existing 3D assets to make another, like, different campaigns for your 3D creation. So that you can, like, let's say, you can scroll the page and fly the camera around the scene, and then you can create a very, very stunning visual effect. Thank you. Any other questions? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Sammy, for the tips. My name is Lock. I've been playing with WebGL for like 10 years and more. So I'm a WebEast judge at the WebEast Award. We judge websites like Google, Apple, Microsoft, those kind of websites. We judge those campaign websites. We also look at the latest website. How does it look like to have the top-notch website, as well as I'm also a judge at the Anthems Award, which is like a campaign website for meaningful work, for social awareness and stuff like that. So I'm also a very, very beloved creative developer. I love creative coding a lot, so that I will play with the visual effects like the diamond, like the waves, the little lamp, and saying hi to you. And yeah, I really love to play with the visual effect. Oh yeah, I got a question. Yeah.
Thanks very much. I have a question for you. So with all the animation and fantastic look and feel on the website, how would that help for AI search or SEO?
Yes. When it comes to search and SEO, it's so important to have a good search and SEO. As you can see right now, the website is based on video background. You can, of course, place those HTML element at the upper layer, so that the layer behind is the video. The upper layer is HTML. For example, let me show you. Let me show you a little bit. In here, you can see that when I scroll to the bottom, it's HTML. Or you can place the HTML overlay on the video, so that as you can scroll, it just scroll with you to tell the stories as you scroll. So you can set the position to be fixed while you scroll to a certain point, so that you can have like an island. As you scroll, it keeps you stay here. So hope that my answer can answer you. Hope that my answer can help you. Any other questions? Okay.
Go to the next speaker, but I'll give a round of applause to Lok for sharing his journey of like 10 years doing web, 3D design, and how like AI is able to like speed it up so quickly, right? So how long did it take you to make this website? 1 hour or less. So I think that explains the efficiency that you can have with AI. Thank you so much, Lok. All right. So we have a next speaker, probably more technical, right, in some way. Welcome John to the stage. Give him a round of applause. So he'll be sharing about Agentic AI meet open source FinOps for autonomous cloud cost action. Very technical, right? So just give us a weaver and then, yeah. Thank you, John.
Okay, thank you, Timothy. So it is always fascinating to see like how AI has advanced with those 3D creations. So for my part, it will be a bit more technical, but I'll put it in a more layman term. So here, my part is actually to explore how Agentic FinOps can help with multi-cloud environments. So I'm not sure how many of you here are handling cloud environments, or do you even own a cloud? But let's put a cloud aside. You can imagine yourself, I imagine everyone has your own bank account, right? Like you use HSBC or Hang Seng, something like that. So each month you will always receive a statement from the bank, but you often don't know what those or what your cost will actually goes into. You just receive a plain PDF statement. So it is very similar for cloud environments. So as my journey as a cloud solution architect, I always see end user companies saying that, oh, I have spent so much in their own cloud environment, but they don't know how their cost goes or like how they spend their own money. And it is often that waste of their own money and resources. So often the pain point is that, just as I mentioned, the reports are statics, like they have a bunch of CSV or Excels, but they don't know what those numbers means. They need more business insights rather than just purely numbers. And secondly is that for those that have multi-cloud environments, it means that the complexity is much more complex, right? You have Alibaba Cloud, you have Microsoft, you have AWS, etc. And they don't really have a single pane of glass reading all those numbers. And lastly, you can see that the optimization is often too late. Like often they receive the statement by the end of month, but you won't want to wait until the end of month to take actions. Often that your cost will already skyrocket if you take the action too late. So how can we do that? So here, I've been exploring how agents like AWS, or if you have your own agent and handling the bills. So for example, the flow will be like, you will receive the CSV from your own cloud platform, and then whenever the agent find out, oh, you have some anomaly in your cost, for example, like often this instance is just running $10, and then for some reason it runs about like 100, then it will automatically notify you, and then the AI will propose the fix for you. And lastly, there is a human in the loop involving. So you can know whether to approve this change in optimizing your cloud. So let's see it in action. So here we are using an open source cloud platform, which is called Upscale. And if you are technical enough, you can go to this GitHub repository. It is fully open source. And I won't go through too much. Basically, the cloud management platform I'm building is on top of this. So here we can see that using the cloud management platform, you can always see some numbers which are not very meaningful because you don't really know these numbers means, or are they actually some meaningful spending. So here I have built agents, and you can just use very simple natural language like analyze our current cloud spending. And it will tell you that, oh, what is your total network spending, or like the cost structure, and what are the recommendations, like the most important parts, what are your actions in saving the cost even further. Like maybe your database is a lot of money, and see if there are any idle development or testing clusters to see how we can further save down the cost. So here you can see that this is how the agents can be configured in getting your cloud costs from different cloud environments. So I only have a few minutes. Let's speed it up. So here are some takeaways that I've been exploring with Agentic FinOps. And one very important thing is about MCP. So previously, we don't really have much integrations, easy integrations. But with MCP, we can have a simple gateway in connecting different clouds like Microsoft, Alibaba, AWS, etc. And then secondly is the human in the loop. So even the AI can recommend actions for you to take on cost optimization. It is always human that is being accountable on those actions. And for the last part is open source gives you the data layer. So you can build on top of open source platform and embed your own agent into it. And for anyone who is technical enough in want to understand further how those things works, here is the diagram that you can take a photo of. But I will leave this for the Q&A session if you got technical question on this. But basically, right now you see the front end, which is the agent and the platform. But under the hood is the MCP platform, which handles the authentication, the integration gateway, and MCP connectors for each cloud. So yeah, so I will leave it for now, and this is the Q&A session. And feel free to connect to my LinkedIn. Yeah.
John, your cost is very good. That's really good. But I got a question. It's all based on subscription pricing. Is that correct?
It is based on subscription
pricing, right?
Oh, you mean for the agent?
Yeah.
The agent is actually a flat rate pricing.
Okay.
So the agent itself, you can build your own or just use some proprietary one. So here I use AWS because it is a flat rate pricing instead of token. Yeah, but you can just use your own agent and embed into it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we have our next speaker, AI in creating Cantonese lyrics, Jenny. All right, let's give Jenny a round of applause.
Thank you. Hello, 大家好. Okay. Yeah, I will do it in Cantonese, but the PowerPoint is English, so I think, yeah, if any question, you can ask me in Q&A. And hello, 大家好，我係 Jenny 啦。咁今日咧，我要 present 嘅就係我用 AI 整嘅一個 AI 填詞粵語器啦。好啦，咁咧呢個就係我嘅 IG 啦。其實我已經寫咗超過100首廣東話歌啦，都寫過好多原創詞同埋改詞啦。咁我非常之熱愛填詞嘅，但我發現其實粵語歌詞比起其他語言嘅歌詞係難好多。我填一首詞可能要幾日先可以填到我滿意嘅效果，仲要唔啱音嘅。咁我諗緊有冇啲 AI 係可以幫助我去提升呢個效率呢？然後我就睇到 YouTube 啦。咦，好多人都會用 AI build 到一個 app 出嚟嘅喎，即係佢哋 可以5個鐘入邊就可以 build 到一個100萬嘅 app 啦，跟住有啲人係可以1個月就 build 到即係成為千萬富翁咁樣，我覺得咁佢哋得嘅話，咁我都得啦，係咪？即係就無啦啦有啲迷之自信，所以咧我就開展咗個 AI journey 啦。咁我覺得好簡單嘅啫，咁我不如試勻晒所有大語言模型，一定有一個係識廣東話呢個語言系統㗎啦。咁我問佢，跟住叫佢填詞，咁咪 OK 咯。但係點知我發現我試勻晒咁多呢啲主流嘅 Grok 啊、DeepSeek 啊、Claude 啊、Gemini 啊，甚至我覺得理解中文能力比較好嘅國產模型，都好似做唔到完全理解廣東話嘅9聲6調呢個系統啦。咁所以呢，我就唯有試其他方法啦。然後我見到有 workflow 呢樣嘢啦 ，workflow 咧就係一個你可以擺啲 LLM 入去嘅，然後咧你可以 tune 佢嘅 temperature 啦 ，tune 佢啲 thinking level 啦，然後仲可以 prompt 教佢點樣啊廣東話係乜嘢啊，跟住9聲6調係點樣分辨啊咁樣，咁我都試咗，都係唔得。然後我唔死心，我用 AI agent 嗰時咧仲未有 codex 啦，仲未有嗰啲 crop code 出現啦，嗰時係啱啱興起嘅 manners 啦，同埋呢個comment 我都試用，我就直接叫佢哋，不如你哋幫我寫一首廣東話填詞啊咁樣，但係都唔得。然後我準備放棄啦，我覺得算啦，好似對於我嚟講，呢個 IT coding 對於我嚟講真係太難，我要放棄啦。但係 Gemini 3 Pro 就出現咗啦，我發現佢係唯一一個 LLM 係可以理解到粵語9聲6調嘅，佢係本身自帶住一套成套粵語嘅粵拼啦。跟住呢，我就開始同佢配對翻啲粵拼嘅 database 啦。然後0243唔知大家有冇聽過啦，可以略略咁樣講一下。0243呢就係將粵語嘅9聲6調將佢簡化成4個音啦。咁我哋就可以好簡單咁樣填詞，只需要我哋哼到啲音出嚟呢，全部變成0243就可以填到一首啱音嘅廣東話詞啦。然後我再 prompt 佢，你記得要做一個好 professional 嘅填詞人啦，唔好亂咁啱音就算啦，冇意境啊，冇嗰啲修辭手法嗰啲唔得嘅。咁所以我就 prompt 佢啦。最尾佢終於做到出嚟啦，歷時半年，係半年啦，唔係一開始嗰啲所謂嘅1個月可以做到一個8萬嘅 app 嗰啲 ，no，it is 唔係假嘅嗰啲。OK， 咁跟住咧，呢個就係個 web app 嘅模樣啦。咁好簡單，點樣運作呢？就係我哋只需要輸入0243啦。我哋俾個例子就係，唔知大家有冇聽過周杰倫嘅《青花瓷》啦，就係噠噠噠噠噠噠噠噠噠噠噠。然後咧，我哋可以變成變成數字，就係3334430024203333430024204。咁我哋又將成首咧擺入去，然後再加個 theme 咧。我唔想要咁古風啦，可能想要現代化啲嘅，打個 theme 咧，佢就會出咗一個啱音嘅歌詞俾你啦。然後你唱出嚟就可以用廣東話，煙花笑遍天雲，寒露有夠運。咁你就會發現，啱音喎，仲要個 theme 咧係你自己獨一無二嘅一個主題角度嚟嘅喎。咁咧，如果你覺得有啲唔滿意嘅地方，係好簡單可以解決嘅，就係你 highlight 咗其中一句啦。然後咧，佢就會彈咗呢個 rewrite assistant 出嚟咧，你就可以話我想要壓咩韻，然後我嘅0243想唔想改啊，或者我嘅 direction 想唔想改啊，咁佢就會俾多3個 alternative 嘅選擇俾你噶啦。咁咧，其實廣東話填詞呢個係一個好 niche 嘅市場啦，所以我推出去嘅時候，我冇諗過會有人用嘅，即係我就覺得呢個真係方便咗我自己嘅一個工具啦。咁但係估唔到呢，最尾係真係有唔少嘅中意聽廣東話歌嗰啲人都會話我好開心，終於我就算唔識音㗎，我唔啱音嘅，我都可以填到一首屬於我自己嘅歌詞，我唔需要再聽住人哋嘅歌去揾我自己嘅情緒啦，我可以用一首歌去訴說自己嘅想法，訴說自己嘅人生經歷。咁佢哋咧都有用唔少嘅流行嘅歌去改詞啦，嗱頭先講青花瓷啦、小酒窩啦，跟住甚至rap 都可以做到嘅，因為咧其實我係填 rap 出身嘅，所以咧我就覺得好似好多大語言模型都唔係好理解到口語呢個語言系統啦，所以我都 train 到個 model 咧係可以好講到啲好地道嘅 rap 啦，所以咧都係做到啲好係啦。如果你哋想睇下究竟寫咗啲咩咧，就可以試下呢個 web app 啦。咁咧嗰啲 用戶嘅 feedback 咧，即係好多都話，我試過好多唔同嘅大語言模型，好似都做唔到呢個效果，得你嗰個 web app 係可以做到嘅。咁跟住都話可以刺激下靈感啦。然後有啲專業嘅填詞人都話，真係幫我慳咗好多時間喎。原本可能我要1個禮拜先做到嘅嘢，依家就15分鐘搞掂啦咁樣。咁所以好多謝用戶嘅鼓勵支持啦，令我更加完善，會更加努力完善呢個 web app 啦。咁咧呢個係第2個web app 啦，但係其實都係由0243呢個粵語填詞延伸出嚟嘅。咁呢個係 for 啲真係完全冇音感，即係我哼出嚟，我唔知，我真係唔知究竟點解係334，點解我唔可以443230咁樣呢？即係我係捉唔到嗰啲音嘅人，咁點算啊？咁係咪佢哋填唔到歌詞啊？唔係嘅。咁佢哋只需要上呢個 website 啦，然後 upload 佢哋嘅 audio 啦，咁佢就個 audio 咧就會自動變成一啲 MIDI，然後 MIDI 咧就會讀到，哦呢個係 do，呢個係 re mi fa sol la ti do 咁樣，咁跟住咧佢就會幫你 translate 去0243啦，你 copy 呢0243嗰啲 copy 去我頭先講 web app 咧，咁你成首歌你就可以出到嚟啦，你就可以就算冇音感都可以填到一個完全啱音嘅廣東話歌詞啦。但係咧，我想講，因為我唔係 IT 技術嘅人啦，所以咧其實呢個 web app 咧都仲有好多 bug 嘅，而由 audio 轉 MIDI 咧，其實都係好大困難嘅，所以我依家係幾乎推翻咗成個模式啦。我依家係做緊第2個模式，就係由簡譜轉去0243，簡譜就係數字譜啦。大家知道有好多數字係一個 music sheet 上面嗰啲，咁 AI 直接認嗰啲數字，然後再變翻0243，快過呢個方法好多嘅。咁呢個經驗咧就係同我講，做 AI 呢樣嘢唔好驚推倒重嚟。即係我做呢個其實已經做咗2個月啦，咁但係我覺得都係好多 bug，所以我就會諗其他方法，咁就會成功咯。係啦，即係唔好一直 keep 住 stuck in 同一個方法，你覺得唔 work 嘅。好啦，咁咧以防大家唔記得咗 IG 係咩？歡迎，如果大家有 IG 啦，然後又中意聽啲歌咁樣，因為我咧就會喺上面 po 好多我自己嘅原創歌啦，或者改詞嘅歌，同埋唔同類型嘅 video 啦。如果你哋有興趣，都可以 follow 我嘅 IG 啦。咁咧，如果你都係想試下填一首屬於自己嘅歌詞、自己嘅粵語歌詞嘅話咧，都歡迎 scan 呢個 QR code 啦。咁你就可以體驗去做一個填詞人噶啦。係啦，多謝大家。然後有冇時間 Q&A 啊？我唔知。
係，多謝 Jenny。我都有個問題想問你，因為你啱先話到 Gemini 係喺粵語6聲9調入邊比較做得好嘅 LLM。我想問下你有冇試過用佢生成 voice 呢？就係 voice，就係你俾你嘅聲佢，然後按照你嘅詞啊或者係字啊，然後生成一條錄音咁樣。
因為咧呢樣嘢咧，我係諗住試嘅，但係咧我發現即係 Suno 啊，或者依家好多其他嗰啲 AI 音樂工具都係可以做到啦。所以我想呢個 web app 就係專注填詞咯，即係就算我延伸，我都會係想延伸其他語言嘅歌詞咁樣咯。我係想佢係一個專業嘅填詞器咯。如果加埋嗰啲 voice 嗰啲，就好似有啲太雜咯。呢個 web app 係多謝你哋嘅提問。同埋我最後一句咧，就係想講咧，我呢個 web app 咧唔係想取代填詞人，而係想俾一個工具，俾一個效率，唔係俾一個工具俾大家提升填詞嘅效率，同埋俾就算唔識音樂嘅人都可以公平咁樣填到一首詞咯。所有人都可以成為一個填詞人咯。多謝大家。
Thank you so much, Jenny. 咁我哋唔好俾呢個 creative energy 停啦。So I'll introduce our next. For those English, I'll just recap very quickly. So basically, Jenny was sharing her experience on how she started using all these LLM, and then she realized that because Cantonese is more complicated to write lyrics. So that was her journey from a no-code background to building her app, right? So really impressive. Let's give her a round of applause. So to keep this energy going, we have another more creative demo as well. So we have Gerry. Gerry will be sharing about OriginMind, the thinking engine that he's been developing. So Gerry, take your time. The stage is yours. Here's the clicker.
Hi everyone, I'm Gerry Lee. I'm an artist and creative technologist. And I've been building this tool called OriginMind, which I see it as a creative mentor to me. And I've been building it since last year with my technical partner, Frank. And today I'm going to share the journey behind it. But actually, like, when I was to prepare this speech, I'm so lazy. I don't want to write the script. So I went to ChatGPT and asked it, can you write a 5-minute speech and for me talking about creative mind with AI? And so, good evening, everyone. Today I'd like to speak about something deeply personal to me, how AI has helped me consolidate my creative idea. But when sorry, let me just keep that going. I should pause here, I think. Yeah, sorry. Okay, help me pause there. As artists, I've already lived with too many ideas at once. Images, concepts, unfinished project, random inspiration at midnight, thoughts about technology, memory, identity, sound, movement, business, future possibilities. Creativity can feel like abundance, but abundance can become chaos. Let me just stop here. So you can feel I'm already lost. It is like nice, right? It's structurally sound, but I lost my authenticity, and it doesn't sound like me. I lost my voice. So that's the problem with general AI. When you use it, you sort of like outsource your thinking, and you are not sync with it, but you can just let it think for you and let it write the script for you. And I think that's problematic. So the question is, does critical thinking still matter if we keep outsourcing it? It doesn't work. It's stuck. The way I see creativity and art, I think creativity always comes down to originality and authenticity. But at the age of AI, actually it's hard to tell what is original. And you can literally copy anything within hours with AI. Let's say if you build an app, you can copy, anyone else can copy that. How can you claim yours are the original? Also with AI, if you just outsource your thinking to ChatGPT Cloud, it's very hard to keep your authentic voice. Let's think about communication. Like first, let's think about from the micro level. Now, let me ask you a question. When did you learn to speak? At 2 years old. And when did you learn to write? Any answer? When did you learn to write? 3 years old, 4 years old. Okay, when did you learn to type? 11 or 10 years old. How do you learn to text on your phone? 13? Well, what was that?
I learned on a BlackBerry.
When was that?
God, 20 years ago? Is that like, BlackBerry is like 20 years ago, right? Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah. And from the macro level, like you can see, like we have voice for around like 300,000 years. And then we have writing, then we have paper, then we have typing for like about like 100 years ago. And then we have, we can text on our phones. And so to me, I think voice or speaking is a more natural way of communication. I don't know if you agree. Anybody agree with this statement? Do you think speaking is the natural way to communicate compared to writing or texting? And anybody like agree with this statement? Thank you so much. So for the rest of you, do you prefer writing or texting compared to speak? How many people prefer writing or texting? I saw your hand. I saw your hand before. For the voice? Texting. Okay, great. So with that in mind, I built an OriginMind AI voice. And so think about how humans collaborate with AI. Normally, we go to AI, we ask, and AI answer us. And that's for general AI. And what if we flip the relationship? Then what if AI asks and we answer? That becomes interrogation. So I think the healthy relationship would be a two-way communication, right? We can ask, but at the same time, we can let AI ask us so it can know more about us and know more about the intent behind every prompt we have. So like we can create this feedback loop for this fast iteration. And I like to add one more layer to it. It's the preservation. It's like every time we have this interaction, there's some valuable insights in that conversation. I like to extract that and preserve that for later conversation. So it will be preserved in this idea I propose, creative DNA. So I've been building OriginMind for since last year, and I built in public. And yeah, I built in different public space. And it's just like a creative mentor or like an external brain for me. So when I was outside, I can capture my ideas. And when I back to the studio, I can have this deep conversation with it through voice. It's usually take about 40 minutes to 60 minutes deep dive. And it can identify the gaps in my thinking and also like challenge my thoughts. And after that, I become clear and clear. And under the hood, it will identify the connections between the isolated ideas and create this mind map. And with OriginMind AI skills, actually, you can connect with this creative DNA with any of those agents you have, Cursor, OpenClaw, or Hermes. And your AI will know better about your intent behind it, behind every action, and it will know more about you. So I built it as skills, so it's really easy. You can just go to Cursor and you just type /create, and you can create something like just from scratch, and it will know the exact intent behind it, and it will search creative DNA. And also on your phone, you can open OriginMind AI app, and all the creations will be saved, and you can choose to finalize it so it can be proceed into creative DNA. So I think that's a better way for human AI collaboration for creativity. So if you are curious, you can scan this QR code and try OriginMind AI. And so the final question I have, if your AI cannot reveal the origin of an idea inside your own history, is it really extending your mind, or it's just substituting for it? Thank you.
You're actually creating a psychological profile, aren't you?
The question is about a psychological profile. It's not necessarily psychological, but I would say like it preserves my thinking patterns. It's not like, yeah, but it preserves my thinking pattern. Also like creative intent behind like every action. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I have a question though. Like I saw a very beautiful 3D mind map. So is that like WebGL in some way? Okay. So it's like what Lock was actually building as well, right? So once you master that foundation, you're able to also do something really cool like that. All right, so thank you so much, Gerry. So next we have Annie. How AI scaled my 10-person plant-based meetup into a 13-city global conscious movement. So Annie, you joined us right on time. So the stage is yours. This is the clicker. All right.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much, Tim, for that lovely introduction, and thank you, Gerry, for such a cool project. So, hi, my name's Annie. So 10 months ago, I started having these meetups of 10 people, and today I've grown a community of over 500 members across 13 cities with over 100 events and over 2,000 attendees, all starting from scratch. Not crazy impressive, but not small either. You're probably wondering, how? What's the magic sauce? Let's rewind 10 months ago. So first, a little bit about myself to get to know me better. Hi, I'm Annie. Nice to meet you again. If I had to sum up myself in 150 words, I'd fail miserably. But in a nutshell, I'm someone who loves bringing together exceptional people in beautiful spaces, doing curated events, all in the name of creating positive impact, while being chaotically, beautifully authentic. Practically speaking, I'm a chemical engineer by training. I've navigated my career with purpose. And growing up in New York, I'd call myself a global citizen, having moved around New York, San Francisco, Bangkok, China, wherever. I'm plant-based, a little bit of a health nut, and parent to Mr. Teddy, my dog. For work, I've built factories around the world for the food and pharmaceutical field. Oh, and I'm also building sort of a breath-based cancer diagnostics platform on the side, just a side project. As you can see, I have some side quests in life, which is why I love AI so much. It can handle anything. But today, we're talking about what happens when you give a mission-driven person AI to do anything. Before I jump right in, quick show of hands. Who here has used AI to build something? Great, I expected. Now keep your hands up, keep them up, if you've built it with something to do with community. You've used AI for community. Cool, that's interesting. Okay, so that's what today's all about. All right. So going back to the title page, it started with a dinner. I'm in Hong Kong, I'm plant-based, and I'm trying to find my people. Not spiritually, just literally. Where are the humans who eat like me? Where can I find the people who believe in the same values as myself? So I organized a dinner. First time, me, myself, and I, plus 3 friends. Second time, 10 people showed up. Not too bad. Then I traveled around Italy, Greece, Spain, and 6 people. Okay, still not too bad. Back in Hong Kong, 30 people. And someone asked me, want to do a yacht party? And I thought, why not? And hey, there we go. 300 people showed up. And I started thinking, by month 2, hey, I think there's something going on here. Maybe I should make this a little bit more official. Let's get cooking. Oh, sorry, I missed my line. As entrepreneurs like to say, MVP proven, demand exists. Let's get cooking. So throughout this journey, I am so grateful for some of the really loyal people who have supported me all along the way. So I thought I had an idea. Wouldn't it be cool if we can reward these people for showing up consistently, for eating consciously, for being kind to people. I'd never built an app in my life, but I had Replit and a lot of confidence, which, as you'll see, is a dangerous combination. But still, I built Moo credits in a weekend. So if my demo will play, should I just click? There we go. All right. So I built Moo credits in a weekend, and this is just a little demo. Basically, it's a digital rewards and credit system for my community. Members top up, and they spend at our partner businesses. They get exclusive discounts, invites, and Moo perks. Members loved it. They thought, wow, I'm such a cool developer. But they also don't know. Okay, so I treated Replit like my god. I spent $792.28 in a weekend in USD on Replit. Yes, that's right. It was a wild ride. I treated Replit like it was my entire tech stack. My database, my god. Just throwing prompts at it saying, build this, fix this, why is it not working? Again. I had no architecture, no plan, just credit card charges and good vibes. Versions after versions. What do you mean 12 USD just for a bit of thinking? I realized that my short-lived developer journey shall not continue with these crazy bills. Something had to change. And this is where I hit my AI turning point. That $792 taught me something very important. AI is not the product. AI is just the tool. I was so excited about building the app, making everything look pretty, everything perfect, that I forgot why was I building this app. The community is the focus. AI is just what makes you do more of it faster. So I ripped out Replit like a Band-Aid. Rethought my whole system from scratch. No more throwing money at problems. Built a proper and secure database. No 2 a.m. sessions to fix everything. Moved to more open source tools. And so, the obsession continues. Okay, what does AI actually look like in my community, Moo Meetup? Let me give you a few examples. With over 2,000 attendees, I had a way to get to know my community better, manage my attendees, make sure that every event is tailored to the people who show up. So, I built an internal admin app for myself so I don't go insane. I've also automated all the processes, membership applications, reviews, email, etc. What used to take me hours, painstakingly ticking every box, just happens in the background, magically. And then for my social fitness events, like tennis social, paddle social, I built a tennis competition bracketing app so people don't have to fight over who has to play next, and people can play in a fair way. Next up, something kind of fun. I also built a matchmaking platform called Moo Mingle that groups together people based on interests or hobbies and what they're looking for, just to give back to our community a bit. And actually, more recently, I've tailored this app to fit for an event I hosted this weekend called Ivy Ball. I don't know if anybody here were there. It's basically a black tie gala event for over 600 guests of Ivy League alumni. Using the same platform, I also built moomingle.fun. It's a gamified layer, basically helping attendee connections be a bit more fun through games like bingo or reveal, slowly revealing a little clue about each other and helping them to find their match. That's what AI as a multiplier looks like, not those crazy 2 a.m. sessions, please. Throughout this process, I've learned a lot through trial and error, a lot. So I can say I've had a little bit of experience. And I didn't want to keep that to myself, or at least to make up for that $792. And out of that, Moo Labs was born. In fact, we held our first Meetups AI workshop on Women's Day at Soho House. Our members started building their own ideas, solving their own problems. We help each other out. They built an entire app in an hour with no coding experience at all. Just so excited to see how AI can really help propel these people to achieve their goals. That's when I knew we were onto something. And today, I'd like to give you a quick recap of some important lessons from that workshop. Number 1, AI is a multiplier, not a shortcut. If you have something real, a real community, a real values, AI will help make it bigger. But if you have nothing, AI will just help you make nothing bigger and more expensive. Start with the human thing, the messy, the imperfect, the dinner table thing. Then add the AI layer. Lesson 2. This one is for any one of you who are about to open Replit or Relvable or Claude or whatever. Please, I am begging you, draw the database first. At least plan it out. Talk to a chatbot, please. 10 minutes of planning saves you weeks of, why is everything broken? I learned this is an expensive way. Lesson 3. Imperfect and alive is infinitely more useful than perfect and theoretical. First version of Moo Credits was a mess. The first draft of Moo Mingle was so cringy. None of that matters because people started to use it. And people gave me feedback so I could iterate and improve. Ship the ugly thing. You can pretty it up later. And one more, a bonus. Join a builder community. AI tinkerers, Moo Labs. I don't say this because I run one or Tim runs one. I say this because it genuinely changed everything for me. Building alone is slow. You do a lot of mistakes, and it can be very expensive. Building alone is how you end up spending $700+ at 2 a.m. on Replit, crying. Not really, it's all right. Find your people, the ones who are figuring it out alongside you, because they've already made the mistakes, they've walked their path. You can share tools, share mistakes, share wins. Because the best things I've built, I didn't build alone. So, where does this all get me? 13 cities, 2,000+ attendees, 500+ members, over 100 events. And actually, the number really doesn't matter. It's not what I'm most proud of. It's actually the connections and the friendships. The passionate people who came up to me, thanking me to start their AI journey. It's the people who have met each other throughout my events and now are sort of dating. It's the business partners who met each other through the events to do something together. That's what brings me joy and fulfillment. AI didn't create any of that. People did. AI just helped me grow into and show up in more places for more people without burning out. So here's what I want to leave you with. I have a technical background, sure. I did a couple of coding classes back in college, but I am in no means a developer at all. And yet, I've built over 10 apps and counting. I need to stop. I run a 13-city community, and I genuinely have so much fun doing all of this. Because AI removed the bottleneck between my ideas and execution. You need a vision worth multiplying. AI just helps you get it there. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, we're overrunning a little bit, but I love your sharing. I think that's the beauty of a community. But let me have the next speaker come up for the sharing. Feel free to connect with Annie after this session. So our journey building EvoFit, an AI fitness coaching app. So let's invite Jia and Jing. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Sorry. So both of them are actually our students. So please give them a round of applause for being here in front of the stage and to share their experience in building the app. All right.
Okay, thank you, Tim. And hi, everyone. I'm I'm Jia, and this is my partner Jingjing. We are both postgraduate students at PolyU, and we are both from humanities background. So our session will start with a simple question. Can humanities graduate build an AI product? A year ago, our answer would probably have been no, but now we'll say yes, because we really did build Elmofit, an AI-driven cross-cultural fitness app. So today's sharing is about our journey behind this process. As you can see, this is us, with no CS degree and no engineer background. Most of our programming knowledge came from a few courses we took at school. And in developer term, our code skill were probably at somewhere hello world. So we're genuinely the last person you'd expect to build an AI app. So here is the question, how did we do that? It started with a problem that we experienced ourselves. We both have an interest in fitness. She had more experience and I was just getting started. We found that a lot of fitness products, they are very similar. They focus heavily on Western exercise, while Eastern wellness practice receive little attention. And they often tended to offer the same similar standardized plans for everyone. But you know, we are different. We have different bodies, different goals, and different starting point. So, and if you want a personal guidance, the answer would be turn to find a personal coach, and that really need money. So we think in the age of AI, there should be a better way. So we want to create something that can make effective and personal guidance accessible to more people. So now let's take a quick look at what we did.
Let's begin. Follow first pose. Raise your right arm. Stop, nod your head to skip this pose. Keep going, moving on. Bend your right elbow more.
Okay, so this is the product today. But getting there, we made three roadblocks. The first one is very obvious. We couldn't code. Like we couldn't even build a web page on our own. So we turned to web coding. We just described what we want, and AI gave us the code. We break it, fix it, and ask more questions, and slowly learn along the way. The second one is about our squad coaching module. Our first version relies on a lot of rules, which is very inaccurate and frustrating. So we simplified it, just focus on the joint angle and movement sequences. Let AI generate the feedback based on those data. And third one, and probably the hardest one, is about our Tai Chi coaching. We don't want this feature looks like another YouTube video. So we tried a lot of solutions like the skeleton overlap and silhouette matching, and we even discussed about VR at one time. But none of it turns to work well. And the final solution was very easy. We just pause the video, let the user match to the pose, check it, and then continue. It lets us know that the best solution maybe just will show up after you have tried all complicated ones. And this is how we actually worked. We just proposed, bring the product thinking, the user empathy, and the understanding of what users really need. And AI will analyze and suggest, help us explore what's technically possible. And we select an AI build. We choose a direction, and AI gave us a code. We iterate, and we do it all over again. So the key thing is we own the idea, and we own the decision.
So what's interesting is that the demo we finally built was quite different from what we originally imagined. Like the Western training side, at the first time, we just planned the force line visualization and AI scoring, but finally we built it completely different. Like we use media pipe to extract the 33 body landmarks and computing the joint angles, and we generate the very professional feedback with QM. At the Eastern training side, at first time we just planned tutorial videos and motion visualization is quite easy and almost passive viewing. But however, we finally we have the keyframe gate coaching in the tutorial videos, like you are playing the game, only you match the right pose, you can get in the next keyframe. We also have the voice correction and not to skip interaction. It's quite interesting mechanism. As you can see in the video, if you get stuck at this keyframe, you can just not and to skip in the next part. We also have DTW scoring. So at the diet module, we planned manual ingredient input and AI recipe recommendation. And finally, just as same as we planned, we have the photo-based food recognition, the nutrition analysis, plus recipe generation. Just with Gemini's native multimodal is simpler for user to get it started, I think. So across those features, we noticed the same pattern. We started by building the features and we ended up designing the experiences. So what is next? Here is why this matters beyond fitness, because the background, the technical framework we have built, like the media pipe for pose detection and the DTW for, the sequence matching and the keyframe annotation, it's not fitness specific. I think it's more like a motion analysis system. So just pointed at the athlete training, like the golf, the tennis ball, the basketball motion analysis, just we can reuse the squat analysis framework. So at dance field, like the K-pop, you like it, and the folk dance, the real-time feedback, we can just use the Tai Chi real-time scoring, the framework that we have built. If at the healthcare field, like the post-surgery home exercise monitoring, we can just reuse the joint angle detection framework. And at the senior wellness, like the fall prevention plus Tai Chi balance training, we can just reuse the post-analysis using the Tai Chi coaching, right? So we are not building the separate products. We are trying to validating a common framework that can understand, evaluate, and guide human movement to get better across different scenarios. So as you can see, neither of us comes from the very traditional technical background. One of us just studied at advertising, and another one studied communication and Japanese. So when we start this project, we are not trying to build the most advanced AI system. We are just trying to solve the very human problem, like helping people move better, learn better, and stay motivated. By the way, this is our QR code. You can scan here to experience our product demo. So, thank you.
Before we move on, can you speak Japanese, right? Yeah. Can you use Japanese and say, we would like to welcome our next guest, who's from Japan. So how do you say that in Japanese? Yes, for sure, for sure.
こんにちは、皆さん。今日は皆さんここに集まってくれて本当にありがとうございました。
I hope it's correct, Ju. So welcome. So Ju flew in from Japan, from Tokyo. So it's accurate, right? All right. So with this, we'll hand the stage to you and for your sharing. All right. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
皆さんこんにちは。Thank you for having me today. Oh, I can click here. Click here. So I am going to talk about, if I get these, okay, so I press down. So I'm going to talk about two things. One is I just want to give you an idea of the Tokyo community, which is very similar to AI Tinkers in Hong Kong. We have the same type of DNA in that we're all very curious about the possibilities with AI. We're all tinkering and building solutions, and we have a variety of different capabilities in our community, all the way from people who are fine-tuning and designing language-specific models in Japanese to people who are just don't have a background in computer science and are just building using the tools they have available. And we celebrate all of that, just like you do here in Hong Kong. And so it's a really great community. We do our best to be bilingual. Similar to today, we had some presentations in Cantonese and some in English. We have a lot of hardware, which I've noticed is common here. When you walk around all of these different booths, there's a lot of hardware being integrated with AI. That's also true in Japan. We're already seeing seeding new chapters. We have members who come join. We had some people come from Korea at some point, and now they're starting a chapter in Seoul. We have chapters wanting to be started in Kyoto. So there's a lot of excitement about building this type of community that is here just to share and to build each other up. And we're really seeing a lot of people across the entire ecosystem joining the Tokyo community. And so these are just an idea of some of the presentations that we've had over the last several months. I guess we've had maybe, we're not as long running as you are so far. So we have, I think, 5 events right now. We have another one coming in June. And these are some of the presentations. So I also thought I would bring a demo from Tokyo. Of course, I don't have everyone else's demos, so I brought my own. But just give you an idea of some of the things that we're sharing in Tokyo. And so my demo is called Cloud Author. Eric asked me, my friend Eric asked me the other day, why'd you call it Cloud Author? Well, I don't know. That was what I named it when I created the folder. It's called Cloud Author. And the premise of it is how can I use AI in content creation without losing my soul and my voice? There's so many content, and you see it all over social media now, whether it's videos or text content. It's clearly generated. Like, this is not that person. And so what I'm trying to do is create a tool that allows me to create content faster, because I don't have a lot of time. I have a day job, but at the same time keep my voice in the content. And so I have a video that I'll show you next, and it's 90 minutes long. No, it's not 90 minutes long. We don't have that much time. It's 90 minutes of AI work, me working with AI to create content, compressed into 3 minutes. So things are going to go by very quickly. Don't worry about catching everything. I'll try to narrate some of it. Do I have to hit play over here? Okay. So this is basically my harness for creating content. And the first thing I'm doing here is I'm having it go out and search for trending ideas. I want to capture some moment and it knows the topics that I'm interested in, and it goes out and it finds a few ideas. I select those and say, okay, go ahead and create our project folders for those ideas. That records the idea, and then I can go out and do some research because it's a nice idea, but I would like to have some basis for the idea, some like study, some science around it, whatever it is. It goes out and does that research. The research step takes quite a while. By the way, you can see I'm already up to almost $3 US dollars in tokens. It costs me about $7 to do all of the content that you'll see, which is not too bad. Like for the amount of time I save, $7 is actually not that bad. Now it's searching for quotes. I look for inspirational quotes from other authors, from good readers, things that will enhance the content a little bit. And then we go ahead and draft the article. And the initial draft is getting better and better as the more I do this because it's learning. It has memory. It's learning from me. But I still do spend a little bit of time just making sure that this is something that I would say and that it's in my voice and has my ideas in it. So once we pass that, we start to generate the graphical assets that go along with the article. So we generate a hero image. We've already gone past that. Now we have the banner. The other tool that inside here is a translation tool because I want to translate it to Japanese. I'm not translating the Cantonese yet, but if enough people ask me to, maybe I'll do that. You can see it scores itself and then comes back and says, here's how we can improve this translation. And finally, we get a translated article, and we can publish that as well. Translates the banner.config that we just saw go by a little bit earlier. And the banner will now be in Japanese. So this is a harness that I've built. And I'll just talk a little bit as it continues to go here and go through the publishing stages, is I probably could have done a lot of this in Claude. Like when you look at this, it looks very similar to some of the harnesses that you're in. So why Drew, did you build your own harness? I don't know. I had fun building my own harness. It was a learning project. I could learn how the harnesses work. I actually learned quite a lot around the importance of the quality of the harness. We always talk about models and how important the model is, but actually the tooling that goes around the model can be just as important. And that's been really helpful in my work in my day job as well, is to understand that these tools and the harness are very important. It's also building a carousel there at the end that I can publish out. And so just in a few days, I can do now what took me probably 2 weeks a year ago because of the AI tools, but I'm able to keep my voice in it. How am I doing on time? Oh, we just need to go forward here? Perfect. So, so why my own harness? It's a learning playground. It's also a blank canvas. So it's something that I can really make very specific to my workflow and the things that I need from that particular harness. And to be honest, it was just fun. There's a little bit of architecture here. I'm not going to go deep into all these things, agents, the tools that I've created along the way. It has a skill system. I can actually pull in Claude skills if I want to. I've also built a few additional things on top of that that are specific to my skills. Some lessons I've learned. Determinism. We tend to now really leave a lot up to AI. We talk about not outsourcing our intellect to AI, but you also don't want to outsource things to AI that can be done with deterministic code if you can. So if you can get things to be repeatable and scripted, it's much better than asking the AI to continue to go do that in a non-deterministic way. That's something I've learned quite a bit. Observability is super important. Being able to figure out what the AI is actually doing during this process is indispensable because sometimes it just doesn't work and I have to be able to dig in and figure that out. Evaluation. I've tried, and I'm still learning about this, but tried to build in evaluation into every agent interaction. And then not only does it evaluate, but then it has the ability to go and create a backlog item in my repo. And so therefore, then I can go into my coding agents and say, go improve this. So that's something that's gone well. I've also used this thing called Squad. It's a Microsoft engineer created it. It's open source. It's not a Microsoft product. But it allows you to go in and create. This is similar. Maybe you've heard of Paperclip recently. So this is similar, but specific around coding agents. And so this is my team of coding agents. And McManus is my favorite. He gets a lot done. He tends to be the guy that just really nails things. So what's next? Really just continuing to improve. I'm really working on the memory system now too, which again, I could probably go get a memory system from a third party, but I'm learning like by the process. So anyway, this is the type of builder things that we do in Tokyo. This is not a product, so it's not about me pitching the product. It's about what journey did we have as we were building, and that's kind of the type of content that we're trying to have in Tokyo, as well as what you do here in Hong Kong as well, Timothy. So thanks very much for having me. Are there any questions around the tool? Otherwise, I also wanted to be cognizant of time. So yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more about how you built up your harness in terms of the functionality, how the functions work, for yourself?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So how did I build up the harness? It was very slow at first. Because I have an engineering background, actually, I really wanted to get the baseline really good. And it took a long time, a lot of iterations with coding agents to get it right. I would throw code away. I would keep some. I would throw things away. I actually threw an entire project away in December and then started from scratch again. Once I got to the point where there was enough context, I knew this is what the skill system will look like. This is how agents will be defined. This is when you create a new agent versus creating new skills that the agents can share. Those type of things, once it was baselined, then I started to really get a lot of new functionality created very quickly, because now the coding agents have that context and can go add those additional features. Does that answer your question? Great. Any other questions? Awesome. Well, I think we're at time. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, no. Thank you for joining us. So why don't you stay up here? We'll do a very quick group photo since we are almost out of time. And then, closing remarks. Hope you guys enjoyed the session. Thank you for joining us. And please stay for the group photo. And that's it. Thank you so much. All right, give yourself a round of applause, and give our speakers a round of applause.